Welcome back, everyone. I'm going to be trying something a little different today in this little aviation series I got going on. Um, First off, though, I'm going to start off by saying I got a new subscriber from my last aviation video. So let me give you a little introduction just in case somebody out there watching that doesn't know me. Originally, I was starting these videos just for family and friends so they could see my training and progression to get back out into the cockpit of the real world. So anyways, my name is Dan. I'm a retired California Highway Patrol Sergeant of 27 and a half years. I obtained my private pilot's license back in 1990. My last actual real-world flight was 1992. Life just came along and I stopped flying. But now, in retirement, I want to get back into that cockpit, so I'm on my journey to doing that now. Waiting on the FAA for my medical certificate. Had a couple things popped up that would slowed it down, but I don't foresee any problems or issues, so hopefully I'll be getting that within the next few months and get back into the cockpit in the real world. Just a little bit of training, some training flights with a certified flight instructor just to get me recurrent and sign me off. So meanwhile, I'm just using the simulator as a training tool to help me with that. So with that being said, today I'm going to do something different. We're not going to make any kind of cross-country flight. I'm just going to go up and do some touch and goes in the Cessna 172. As you see here, this is the Cessna 172. It's a training aircraft. So we're at Tri-Cities Airport in Tennessee, which is about 30 minutes from our home. It's in Kingsport, Tennessee, or actually in Blunttville, Tennessee, kind of in the Tri-Cities area, but it's near Kingsport, Johnson City, and Bristol, kind of in the middle of all those, right next to Boone Lake, which is beautiful. So with that being said, we're going to hop into Skyhawk 22 Echo Mike, which is a Cessna 172 again, and do some touch and goes just for training and go through some checklists. Alrighty, hope you enjoy. Alrighty, first things real quick also, if you notice, I've got my iPad over here now on the desk. Normally I'll have it attached to on my thigh with this pivot attachment here. It's a pivot case. It's specifically made for aviation. It snaps in, and I do have an attachment to place it on the window of the aircraft when I do get back in the real world aircraft. And what I'll probably do, what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and we'll see how we'll play it by ear, is when I'm the beginning phases of a flight and the end of phases of the flight, so before takeoff and before landing and whatnot, I'll probably have it on my thigh just so I can access it easier. It's easier for me to manipulate it. But during the actual cross-country portion, I'll probably put it up on the window, kind of off to my left, and utilize that. Utilize it there to help along with situational awareness. So there you go. Just wanted to explain that to you. And now we are in the cockpit of the Skyhawk Cessna 172. I'm going to utilize my checklist I have here as opposed to the checklist from the iPad. So we'll go through the checklist, we'll get this thing started, and we'll get on the flight. And ignition switch, we're going to again check the area. Once again, I will always shut out clear prop twice just to double check. Clear prop. Alright. Checking the brakes. Brakes are working as set. Checking compass. HSI is working correct. Turn coordinator is showing turns incorrect. Taxiing on over to the run-up area. Engine run up. Let's go. Brakes are set. Fuel selector valve is set to both. Check. Elevator trim is set for takeoff. Check. Flight controls. We're going to verify they are free and correct and working free and correct. Yeah. Nothing else to say there. Looking to my left. Turning left. Left aileron is up. Turning right. It's down. Correct. Right aileron turning right. Up. Left down, correct. Turning around, up and up. Elevators correct, rudders moving freely. Flight controls are free and correct. Flight instruments, we're checking those to make sure they're correct. No, showing no airspeed whatsoever. Turn coordinator is showing straight and level. Elevation showing 1,510 feet within 75 feet of field elevation. We're good there. We're not showing any kind of climb here. HSI is showing 230. We're going to zoom in on the magnetic compass. Check that. 230, it matches. Correct. And we're going to make sure we're correct here as well on my steam gauge HSI. So let's get to 230. Match that up. Correct. Engine instruments are good. Our flight instruments, I'm sorry, fuel quantity is checked. We are topped off. Make sure we're going to full rich. Throttles come up to 1700. Throttles set to 1700. We're checking magnetos. Checking the left magneto first. Slight drop, correct. Going back to both. And back to right. Slight drop. We're good. Back to both. And it's stable. Looking good there. Vacuum gauge is showing about 5.3. That's good. It's within parameters. Ammeters, we're going to turn everything on. See if we draw a load. Looking good there. Taxi lights coming off, lane lights staying on. Strobe is going to... Strobe and lane light actually will come on prior to takeoff. Carb heat, we do not have that. Oil pressure and oil temperature are both in the green. We're looking there, correct. Make sure we're going to slowly pull her back. Make sure she coughs. She does. Back to full rich. Check. Annunciator panel, checking that. Everything's good. Lights up. Nothing's showing now as it should. Back to idle. Make sure she continues to run. She's looking good. And back to about 1,000 RPMs. Good. And throttle friction lock, which we don't have on this system here, which we will in the real aircraft, and we will take care of that then. A little bit of a cloudy day today, but if you didn't hear ATIS, I believe the cloud level, the bases were at 3,000 feet. We are only going to be flying about 2,500 feet for pattern altitude, and that's within legal limits. We need to be 500 feet below the cloud layers. We are flying a high-wing aircraft. If I didn't already, we're going to turn it so I can see to make sure there's nobody coming on final. Final is clear. And heading on out to the runway. Last few, runway 23, that's correct, and that's lining up with my heading indicators and the magnetic compass. And we're good to go. Power coming up. Power set and achieved. Make sure everything's in the green. Airspeed's live. And we're going 55. Rotate. Once we're 700 feet above the ground, we'll make our left turn. Okay, left turn. We're turning to a left crosswind. That's which leg this is called. And then we're going to level off at 2,500 feet. And we're going to start our turn for our left downwind now. Coming up to 2,500 feet. Power's coming back slightly. Turning to our left downwind. Keeping our level at 2,500 feet. I'm going to try to, so you can see the airport off to our left. Our runway's off to the left. I left wing is a beam of the numbers now, so my power is going to come back. Start our descent. Add first notch of flaps. Compensate for the extra lift that they provide. We're coming back to about 1900 RPM. 1800 is usually pretty good. Nose coming down. Runway's off to my left, over my shoulder now, making a turn to left base. Slowly start now my turn to final. We'll be adding my last notch of flaps here. And we'll get lined up here. Power coming back. Extremely long runway. Good, we're a little high, but that's, again, fine by me. Power's coming full back. Coming for my transition. Let the airspeed bleed off. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Nose coming down. Flaps coming up. Throttle come back up to full power. Try to maintain that center line. Power's back up. Flaps are all the way up. Airspeed's alive. Still, we're at 55. We're rotating again. Alrighty, so there you go. There's one touch and go. I'm going to do a few more. Probably zip through it real quick. Double speed, triple speed or something, I don't know. And I'll still talk my way through it. And then we'll finish off after two more. And then I'll just go back and shut her down, park the aircraft, and call it a day. Power all the way back, runway's made, transitioning. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. There we go. That's a little bit better smooth. And we're down. We'll wait till the next exit here, take the exit off the runway, and we'll taxi back. Clear of the runway. I'm going to park right next to that beautiful Vision jet. Again, that would be my dream to fly one of those someday. But it's a $2 million aircraft, so I don't think that's going to happen. We'll park next to it. It's good enough. Okay, parked. Parking brake coming on. Check. Check. Turning the ignition key, taking it out, throwing it up on the dash. Check. Master. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed that quick little segment there. Again, within the sim, the physics are definitely different than real world physics. Anyways, yeah, again, it's good. It's just good for training and redundancy with checklists and just flying general pattern work. So again, I hope you enjoyed that. Next flight I hope to do will be my next leg. on my cross-country journey to California, then up to Victoria, BC, British Columbia. We are going to be flying from Yuma, Arizona to San Diego, California. So hopefully I'll be doing that shortly, and I'll have that up and posted to you guys shortly after this one here. Alrighty, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for coming along, and we will see you all later.